Sorry. So, is it safe to use AI to study Bible or Quran? Is it safe? Okay. So this comes up with the follow-up questions, right? If machines are able to, interpret what God says in His Word, does that mean that we stop hearing from the Holy Spirit or God Himself? So, yeah, my name is Malcolm Droshaye, and a digital ethics researcher with 5 years of experience, working at the intersection of policy, tech, and education. So this brings me to this topic today, which is, where do we draw the line on AI as Africans? So as we already agreed that AI is already taking a place in our life, how we work, how we worship, how we interact with everyone, it's only necessary for us to look at some safety measures on how to get ourselves against the negative impact of AI. And statistics shows from OECD, which is the Organization of Economic Cooperation and for Development, right? They mentioned that only 8 countries in Africa has already adopted AI policies. So everybody using AI in Nigeria at this moment, we don't really have a law, backing it that, oh, we need to use AI. And we are only depending on the global AI policies. One of it is the AU Continental Strategy, AI Strategy, and also the global standard, EU AI Act 2024. And I would like to tell you, where do we draw the line, actually? According to research and also the acts in place, we have 4 categorization of where we should draw the line. One is the unacceptable risk, right? There are some other activities under it which I would highlight in my following slides. The second one is the high risk, and the third one is limited risk, which is what we are currently used to in Nigeria. The last one is the minimal risk. So for the unacceptable risk, it's completely banned. You can't really do some of those activities using AI. For the high risk, they are allowed, but has to be under surveillance, right? And the next one is limited risk. You can use it like Open AI, ChatGPT, but the developers of those AI tools need to specify to you that, oh, this, research is actually wrong, or it's actually not accurate. You can do further studies. And then the minimal risk is basically spam detection, low risk, activities. And then I've been able to come up, with my research to categorize some of those activities. One of them is emotional, recognition. If you can remember, unacceptable risk is basically all those activities that are really banned that you cannot do on that AI. And one of it is emotional, recognition in schools and workplace. So you can't set up a CCTV in your office just to dictate how happy your work, colleagues are, right? It's actually against the law. And also you can't use that to dictate the emotions of students in schools. And then the next one is manipulation generally, when it comes to, getting people to vote for you. You can manipulate some of those propaganda, video just to, bring in more voters. That is unacceptable. And then the next one is exploitation of vulnerable persons. So vulnerable persons in this bracket means the younger people and also the elderly people. Let's say, for example, you create a particular AI toy that would actually, make children to do negative stuff, sexual stuff and the likes. It's against the old rule. And then for the elderly ones, you could agree with me that on Facebook, we have a lot of AI-generated, videos going around. And then once you go through the comments, you will see that people are really agreeing and believing those videos. So it's only right for us to put a disclaimer that this particular video or post is generated by, AI and all that. And then we have the next one, categorization of people based on religion. Like now, if you use AI to scam me, and then maybe you've already fed it with a data set that northern parts of Nigeria, they dress like this. You categorically, classify me as a northerner or maybe a Muslim, right? You can't use that under this rule. And then the last one is under the unacceptable risk, is assigning social scores to people. Let's say, for example, I've been betting online for the past couple of months, right? And I want to collect loan. So the loan shark could go online to say, oh, I'm a bettor, so I will not be able to collect loan based on my activities online. So that one is unacceptable. It should be fair. And then the next one is the high risk, which is allowed, but you have to be under surveillance. One of it is grading essays and aptitude tests. And you would agree with me that AI is supposed to improve our life, not to determine our future. Let's say, for example, you are doing JAM, and you use AI to determine what student goes into medicine, course. What student, so you're already determining what they will become in the future. So that one is against the rules too. And also the next one is, crime hotspots. Let's say, for example, you're using AI to generate a lot of things, just to bracket a particular region that they are terrorists. You should not do that. And then legal decisions, which is utmost priorities for now. A lawyer should not be able to use AI to make judgments, on people. And then the last one is employment, HR. You should not use, AI to classify CVs of people that are really qualified for a particular job, at this moment. And then, in conclusion, I would say, from what I've already, discussed, not all AI tools are safe. We need to, be conscious of what we use, how we use them. And also coming to Africa, with only 8 countries having policies and strategy in place, I would, recommend that African countries should scale up their policy adoption for AI, and also be able to scale up sanitization of AI usage across rural communities in Africa. Thank you. My name remains Malcolm Doshayi.